Kenya and Somalia agreed to stabilize relations. After a meeting held in Nairobi, Kenya, Their Excellencies President Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya, a Shining World Leadership Award for Peace laureate, and President Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo of Somalia have agreed to restore bilateral agreements that allow for freedom of movement of the citizens between the two countries. The reconciliation means that direct flights between the adjacent nations' capitals, Nairobi and Mogadishu, will be restored. In addition, Kenyan and Somalian travelers visiting each other's countries will be able to secure visas on arrival. Kenyan President Kenyatta stated at a joint press conference of the two leaders, "We have come to an understanding that there can be no greater relationship than that of neighbors. With immediate effect, we will return to normality. Our sincere admiration and appreciation, Your Excellencies Uhuru Kenyatta and Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo, and divine blessings. May friendship between your precious citizens flourish as you support each other to achieve prosperity and peace in heaven's immense glory." Supreme Master Ching Hai joyfully present His Excellency Mohamed Abdullahi Farmajo, President of Somalia, the Shining World Leadership Award for Peace, with best wishes, gratitude and love in heaven's delight.
Japan supports non-formal education project in Afghanistan. The government of Japan, a laureate of Shining World Leadership Awards for Compassion and Animal Protection, has agreed to donate $7.2 million to help a non-formal education project for Afghans aged 15 and above who have not been included in formal schooling. It is to be implemented by the nation's Deputy Ministry of Education for Literacy and the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. Continuing until 2022, the initiative will involve professionalizing 70 adult literacy schools and establishing accelerated learning facilities and literacy courses throughout the nation. In the last almost 2 decades, Japan has contributed over $6.6 billion to support Afghanistan's development in many sectors. Our accolades, earnest gratitude, and heaven bless you, Japan, for your generous heart. Thank you also, Afghanistan and UNESCO. May Allah grace our gentle brothers and sisters in Afghanistan with happiness and harmony.
Supreme Master Ching Hai happily present Japan the Shining World Leadership Award for Generosity with thanks, high esteem, and cordial salute. May God bless Japan with abundant happiness and luck.
Global solar energy production estimated to soar by 2030. According to the United Kingdom headquarter analytics company Global Data, the worldwide solar power capacity is set to increase from the current over 590 gigawatts to more than 1,580 gigawatts by 2030. The main contributors of the almost triple growth in solar infrastructure development are expected to be China, a laureate of Shining World Leadership Awards for Compassion and Wildlife Protection, Germany and India, both laureates of Shining World Leadership Awards for Compassion, Japan, a laureate of Shining World Leadership Awards for Compassion and Animal Protection, as well as the United States. China alone has set a goal of achieving an overall solar capacity of up to 270 gigawatts by 2020, with a yearly increase of over 25 gigawatts during the next decade. Thank you, Global Data, for your encouraging report, and much appreciation, China, Germany, India, Japan, and United States, for your green efforts. May all nations join to implement urgently needed sustainable policies, including an earth-loving plant-based lifestyle, in the grace of the Providence.
Belgium capital to ban fossil fuel cars. The government of Brussels has adopted a climate protection plan that prohibits diesel vehicles from 2030, petrol vehicles from 2035, and the most pollution-causing motorcycles from 2022. To facilitate these changes, major developments will take place in areas of public transportation with the addition of tram and bus routes, pedestrian tunnels, and cycle networks. Congruent with the goals of the European Union, a Shining World Leadership Award for Peace recipient and a Shining World Leadership Awards for Unconditional World Care and Compassion laureate, Brussels' ban on combustion vehicles is set to help lower carbon emissions by 40% by 2030 and assist in realizing complete decarbonization by 2050. 24 European cities are reported to have committed to phasing out diesel cars, with 13 of them, including Paris, Madrid, a Shining World Leadership for Compassion laureate, Copenhagen, London, and Rome, also working toward banning petrol vehicles. Bravo, Brussels and other European cities, for your proactive initiative to reduce carbon emissions. In God's guidance, may metropolitan areas worldwide adopt alternative fuel for cleaner air.
New Zealand teenager wins Kindness Award. 14-year-old Sophie Wainick-Smith of Nelson won the New Zealand Vegetarian Society's Think Kind national competition. She received the honor in recognition for a cleanup project in which 200 kilograms of trash was removed from Tahunanui Beach. Over 200 volunteers joined in the effort, including members of Nelson City Council, the nonprofit Keep New Zealand Beautiful, and the Nelson Fire Service. A delectable vegan barbecue followed the beach endeavor. Moreover, Prime Minister of New Zealand, Her Excellency Jacinda Ardern, congratulated Sophie in person. The young vegan eco-activist has since organized a cleanup of the nearby Maitai River. Congratulations and much gratitude, Sophie Wainick-Smith. God bless you. And our many thanks, Your Excellency Jacinda Ardern, all supporting groups and individuals for your efforts to promote goodness and responsible behavior. May your noble actions spread vibrations of love and stewardship in all directions, in the radiance of heaven.
Israeli company produces vegan baby formula. Else Nutrition has developed a vegan baby and toddler formula to replace dairy with almonds, buckwheat, and tapioca, making up 97% of the nutritionally complete mix. The product is also all natural, uses the whole almond and buckwheat plant, as well as being non-GMO and free of antibiotics, chemicals, and hormones. Furthermore, it meets the strict United Nations World Health Organization's guidelines for infant formula. The company recently listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange in Canada and will launch their product in the United States in 2020, then in Europe and China. This is wonderful, Else Nutrition. Thank you for providing a nourishing vegan drink to our beautiful infants and toddlers. May all babies grow healthy and strong in the nurturing celestial light.
New animal cruelty bill signed into law in the United States. The President of the United States, His Excellency Donald Trump, a Shining World Peace Leader Award laureate, signed into law the pact bill to prevent cruelty to animals. Before signing the bill, President Trump commented, "Our nation's animals have played a vital role in the development, settlement, security, and happiness of our country." Passed by the Senate and House earlier in 2019, the PACT Act makes abuse to animals a federal felony punishable by fines and up to 7 years incarceration. The bill was welcomed by animal rights groups as well as law enforcement officers who wanted federal legislation to strengthen their ability to protect animals. Our salute and heaven's blessings, Your Excellency Donald Trump, and United States Honorable Senate and House, for your approval of this important law. In God's overflowing compassion, may the thoughtful American people lead the world in animal protection and embrace a soon-to-come vegan planet. Supreme Master Ching Hai gratefully present His Excellency Donald Trump, President of the United States, as well as the U.S. Senate and House, each with the Shining World Leadership Award for Compassion. With high salute and gratitude, may God shield you and bless America.